What's up everybody, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be doing our very first mod on the 2021 Camaro ZL1 1LE. Now the install we're going to be doing today is very simple, it's very easy. You can do it at home and like a basic garage like this. The only thing you have to worry about is if you have a bagged car or a car with bigger wheels or not much gap between the wheel wells, because it's going to be a little bit hard to get to because of some screws that we're going to be showing you a little bit later. But today I'm going to recommend one of the best and my most favorite mods to ever do to a car. I learned that on the 5th gen Camaro. This works and makes it everything just look crisp, clean, and clear. Super bright LEDs compared to the basic bulbs that you get from the factory on these, and they're a huge eyesore, as we'll see in a minute, on the side of this black car with the bright orange and red. Today we're gonna be cleaning it up a little bit. We're gonna make it a little bit better and make it easier to see at night and make it a nice clean look for when we get this car wrapped. So today I'm gonna be showing you exactly how to install the Oracle side markers. Now I'm not sponsored or anything by Oracle or anybody in this video whatsoever, so I'm just gonna say that Oracle is pretty pricey when it comes to their side markers, but I've had no issues with my 5th gen and I've owned it for 10 years. I think it was one of the first mods that I did was the painted side markers. We painted it black around the edges. We left a little slit of untinted in the middle, and it's got a whole bright LED strip in the middle. The install is super easy. It's a couple bolts in each fender well. We're gonna remove those. We're gonna pop some tabs on the back end, pop them out, and then these are just plug and play. Basically just plug them back in. You go from one little single bulb to a whole entire row of LEDs, and it's a much cleaner look. Now you can get it painted to any body color that you want, or you can make it a stealthy look where the whole entire thing is painted, or you can do like me and tint the middle, or like we did on the 5th gen where we basically left it clear. It's a very super easy install. Once you've done one side, you can do the other. So I'll show you how to do one side in this video. If you'd like, I'm gonna leave a link down in the description where I got mine. And then I'll also leave a link to another companies that might be a little bit cheaper for you that I've seen a lot of people run. Diode Dynamics has their own version of clear and tinted, and they also have a double row version of their side markers. So if that's what you want to go for, I'll leave a link in the description of that. It's pretty much the same process either way you go. I just like this one a whole lot because we had to paint them. So as you can tell right here, we've got the nice painted black to match the body color, and we've got the tinted strip in the middle here. It's basically gonna blend in with the body color that we have now, but it's also gonna give us a lot more room to play with when we go for our wrap, because let's just say we're gonna go wild like we did the 5th gen. Once that comes out, it's probably gonna be a little bit, designer's a little bit backed up. We're gonna go ahead and get started with these because I wanna get the mod in this thing. So this is a very simple thing to do. I'm gonna walk you through the entire process right here, right now. Now, before we get started, the only tools that you'll ever need for this process is, of course, the side markers, which you can buy, and then you'll need a Torx head, and that's basically it. And this is just to get the couple bolts in each fender well out, and that's pretty much it. Depending on how hard it is to get to your fender well, you may have to take the wheels off to do this, but if you're working with OEM or like a bent tool, one of these, that you should be able to get to it pretty easily. But here on the 2021, we got some 18s with some pretty meaty boys. So the back's gonna be a little tough. The front's not gonna be so bad because we can turn that wheel. Just remember when you reach behind the fender well, there'll be little V-clips. So press them down on the top and then press them up on the bottom. Once you do that squeezing mechanism, you should be able to shift it forward, and then you disconnect the light from the socket, get the new one, plug it in, pop it right back in, and then you put your screws back. That's pretty much the basic process, but I'm gonna show you exactly where these screws are and make it a whole lot easier for you. All right guys, so as you can see, the front's easy. Just make sure to turn your car on, turn the wheel like a full turn to the left. We're gonna work on the passenger side right now. That's the only screw that you need to get out, so get your T15, slip it on in there for me, and then just twist, and twist to the left. All right, so as you can see, the side marker, there should be a tab up here, a tab down here. You just press it down, pop out, like just like that. Super easy. And then on your connector here, there's like a little push button right there. You just push down and pull out, and there it is. All right guys, so we have the replacement. If you look here on the back, you'll see directions. That's the front left. So make sure that goes in the correct position. So what we'll do is line up our plug, make sure it's snapped all the way in, and just make sure it's lined up. Oh, that has me nervous. And just like that, I'll button up. Make sure to push your carpet back in there. You don't want to leave that overhang. And then take your T15 again, insert it back in the hole, and that's pretty much it. And now that all's said and done, hit unlock, boom, all LEDs are working. Make sure to test these out when you install them, because if you have any issue with them, of course you might have to ship them back or whatever, but everything looks good. Let's go ahead and get to the back. All right guys, so you can see the 2 bolts right there, one slightly below the reflector and one almost at the top of the reflector. We're gonna need both of those off to get to where we need to get those clips. A little hard to film, but it's the same process. Use your T15, unscrew it, and like I said before, it's gonna be a little tough right here because we've got the big meaty boys up here. If you have a lowered car, of course, you're not gonna have that much space to work with, so you may have to jack it up a little bit to get back here, or you can even take the wheel off completely if you wanted to and do what you need to do there. But we're gonna get to that and see if we can get it done. So this one's a little bit harder than I thought it would be. I came to get my little Boy Scout version of the Torx. I basically finagled it in here and twisted it. It barely had enough clearance with these tires to get this in there to get the screw out. But when I did, I managed to get exactly what I needed. So huge help. I didn't have to lift the car or anything like that. It would have been much easier if I had, so I'll keep that in mind. But I just wanted to show you guys. So the bolt that you're gonna be looking for is gonna be around this area of the fender. You're gonna just get that 1 bolt out, get the fender liner out. So what you're gonna do is push down on this tab right here like that. Just take your finger, push it down, and then push this up. I recommend when you're doing the back ones, do the bottom first. So once you have the bottom out a little bit of ways, push down on the top, and then both should come out. And again, push button on top, push that, take it off, there you go. Since we're on the back and the passenger side, we're gonna go for the RL for the rear left. Make sure to line it up, make sure you got the right one, but you're basically gonna do the same maneuver where you plug it in, you hear that snap, tug on it, it's good, and you're just gonna slide it on back in, and everything should fit where it was before. And you just snap, snap. Just make sure you got it in there nice and snug. Just like that, bada bing, bada boom, good to go. And of course, let's go ahead and test it. Boom, we got the nice red, so we're good to go. Now we've taken care of the front and the back on it. You basically do the exact same thing on the other side. Just make sure to put your screws back. Once you get done, I mean, you're all set. That's pretty much it. So I'm gonna do the heavy lifting and then we'll get a comparison of what the new and the old looks like just a second. All right, so excuse the mess, but I wanted to give you a little comparison before we get started. This is my 5th gen SS that we have. And as you can see up here in the front, they both match front and back. It's painted black with the clear in the middle. So it's a bright, bright, bright LED. So I wanted to give you guys a comparison of the two. And you can see the eyesore of orange that is on the side here. And then we've got the nice red on the back. So the red doesn't bother me as much, but I still like that cleaner look. So we're gonna go ahead and black that out. And here's the after. So as you can see in the front, it's still orange. We can still see it's super, super, super bright. But then back here, it's actually red. Again, super, super, super bright, but it blends in during the day. Now, when we compare it to the ZL1, as you can see here, it's not really that bright. Just that one little bulb, one little bulb. And then we come up here, and again, one little bulb. So super bright, one little bulb. Super bright, one little bulb. All right guys, so here it is. This is the 5th gen comparison. This is the 5th gen with the same Oracle side markers that we just put on the ZL1. And let's see what it looks like on the ZL1. Boom. So much cleaner looking, so much brighter. It just adds such a nice touch to it compared to those eyesores that we had before. Like I said before, this is one of those mods that I highly, highly want to do on any kind of car I buy from now on, because it just adds such a awesome ambiance to the car. It has like a nice stealthy look during the day, and then you've got the super bright at night. And for those of you that want to see what it looks like now, you can't even tell it's really there, so you really come up on top of it, but it looks just so much cleaner. It actually looks like a Batmobile now. I just love the look of it. And this is the daytime. Like when you're gonna see in the daytime, they're not gonna be sticking out as much. But when you're at night, when you wanna be safe, boom, there you go. All right guys, so that's pretty much it. That's gonna be all for today. So this is the first mod of the 2021 Camaro ZL1 1LE. I know it's a little small aesthetic appeal, but trust me, that was like the first thing I wanted to do to it. Of course, tires are gonna be on the list, and we've got a couple other just small mods that we're gonna be doing before it goes and to get wrapped and everything. I'll give you guys up to date as soon as I can, but right now, still waiting for the rendering of the wrap. But I know the kind of route I want to go with it. So that's why we went ahead and did this guy. Be on the lookout for other videos. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you're into this kind of content, if you have any questions at all, let us know in the comments below, and I'll try my best I can to help you guys figure it out. This is one of the mods that I highly recommend anybody doing on any vehicle that you have. If they have side markers, your Chargers, your Challengers, your Mustangs, your Camaros, doesn't matter what it is. If you have side markers and you can find a kit like this, look up Oracle or look up Diode Dynamics, high quality LED work. And this is one of the first things I highly recommend anybody do, just for the safety value, and it makes the car just look a whole lot cleaner rather than having that nasty orange and red that it had on before. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Leave a like on this video if it did help at all. This helps our channel so very much, get seen by more people that may need to see stuff like this to give them a kind of route to take when they're customizing their car. But that's gonna be all for me. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. And as always, don't forget and always remember to stay sinister.
Perfect.